Okay, so people have been asking, how do you beat Ethan Must Die mode? How did you beat it in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard? Of course, this is the banned footage Volume 1 DLC. And yeah, it's incredibly difficult, but I think one of the hardest things about this mode is actually just knowing where to go when enemies pop up, maybe what weapons to use, where the environmental hazards are, because actually a lot of this mode you can just get through without even killing a single enemy. So first off, of course, we're going to look to our right. We're going to destroy that box. Straight onto the left, there's a box there. They're not always there. The boxes are completely random. They're in the same locations, but it's random whether they'll actually be there. So we're going to run in, straight up, turn around, go around here, straight up, through the door, and just run straight down here because there's an enemy on the left. We're going to avoid that altogether. We're going to close this door. There can be a box on the right, which for me there was a box. A couple of little tips as well, because of course a lot of tips and stuff. There's also can be a box on the right there. But yeah, tip wise, if there's not a lot of tape on the box, it's probably got a bomb in. But if you just want to make sure, also duck under that trap. Make sure you duck under the trap, and then you'll hear that explosion there. An enemy comes over. You just duck under there. The enemy's going to walk straight into that trap. You're going to kill him, no problem. You don't need to use or waste any ammo whatsoever. A box can also be on the left there, but there wasn't in this case. But also, yeah, as I was saying, if there's not a lot of tape on the box, it means it could be an explosive. But just to make sure, you can walk over to it and check to see if it's ticking. If it's ticking, there's a bomb in there, so you can always check that. There's a box here. With this, the moment you get down this, walk a little bit down the stairs, an enemy is going to spawn. You might have just heard it there in the background. You want to run down to where, whatever weapon you've got, you want to destroy it. You can actually destroy it with the knife as well, even the standard knife. Just attack it as fast as you can. We're going to go in here, straight down the left side. You're going to activate that gas. Don't stand on the gas. Don't stay there because it'll kill you. Avoid that gas trap. Run over this gas trap. Run straight into here. You can see that enemy doesn't get up ever. Checking for the sound of the box. We're fine. We get a little bit lucky over here. We get a 4-star chest. 4-star chests always have something decent in them, unless they give you running shoes, which I think are pretty shit. But other than that, if you get a chest, you're pretty lucky. So we're going to get that. Run out here. Run straight round here. And enemy spawns behind us. We just run straight over that trap that we didn't activate. That kills the hunter molder, or the liquor molder. So then we're going to run straight in here. Enemy's going to spawn. This guy over here again. You don't need to use any real weapons or anything. They'll spawn. We'll run back the way we came. Open the door. We're just going to wait for Mr. Moldy to shimmy his way over. We're going to avoid that trap. He's going to stand on it, and it's going to put him on his ass, or you know, just on his knees, and then you can literally just either put one bullet into him or just a little bit of flamethrower, whatever you've got. Just put one bullet into the enemy and it'll just die. Another box location right here, listening for any ticking time bombs. We're good though, so we grabbed that. But yeah, the majority of this run is just knowing where to go and how to do stuff. That one's a bomb, you could hear it ticking. So that's why I'm making this video. We're going to run over here, open this door, and there's going to be a big fat guy, a big fat molder behind the door. This time he's trolling me a little bit because he stood right behind it, so I can't quite get it to open. There we go. We get it open. We're going to run over here. We're going to hide behind this little table here, this desk thing, this operation table. We're going to let him move around to the right side, and then so we're going to get that big molder to walk around the table, then we're just going to run around the other side. And sometimes you can get hit by the vomit, but if you time it right, it's pretty easy to do. It's not hard. You can get it done pretty easy. Again, this is another fake explosive box, so we're going to just leave that be. So right now, the only thing we've really used weapon-wise is literally like one shot for the crawler. Right, so right here, you're going to open this door. Most of the time, there's going to be a trap right here at the door. If you got the flamethrower, you can just do that and destroy it, and you can head on in. There'll be a box sometimes on this table. I'm going to turn around. Sometimes there can be a box over there near that carcass. We're going to run down, and another box location is going to be right over here. Just going to do a couple of combines there. On this mode, item management is pretty important. You don't want to really waste anything. You want to think about what you're keeping, what you're getting rid of, and what you're using. Thankfully, most of this mode can be beaten without using any real weapons. The weapons are going to come in useful at the end when we have to actually fight Marguerite in the greenhouse. That's where the weapons are going to come into play, although there's a lot of traps there as well that we can use. You can see go in there instantly as soon as you turn left, duck down. You don't want to be hitting those tripwires. You see big man over here. The moment you kind of get a little bit close and can see him, you just back right up. He's going to walk straight into trap number 1, get up off his ass, and then walk straight into trap number 2. A nice little general tip in general for Resident Evil 7 is if they have the mutated arm, that means they're a stronger version and they can take 2 explosives. If they don't have that arm, they can only take 1. What I'm showing here is that's where the bomb is. That's where the tripwire is. So if you don't have the flamethrower, you come through here, you look there, you destroy the tripwire from this area, and then you can just go back round and grab your box if there's one in there. So we're going to run into this room. This is the first room where you need to actually kill the enemies. We're going to get that box, and then you're going to run to about here. This is going to happen. The room's been locked. This means we have to defeat the enemies. We're going to run back here to this little area. There's a zombie. A molder in front of us. We're going to pop him, and then to the left. He actually came a different way. Normally they'll run through, but it doesn't matter because we're just going to run back round, and then we're going to get this guy, this molder, to step on the middle of the trap. He's going to do the exact same thing as before. We're going to get him on the trap. He's going to fall on his hands and knees, and then we're going to just give him a little pop shot to the face, and that will finish him off. We're then going to get this other box. Again, the boxes are random. Sometimes they're not there. Sometimes they are, but these are the locations. So, you know, if they're there, they're there. If they're not, you just kind of got unlucky on that part. So right here again, I'm doing the item management. I got rid of, I think it was a bullet, so I can combine for a heal. Heals are quite important for the end of the mode, the boss. Then as soon as you go through this door, I forget it quite often. The moment you go through that door, spin round and close that shit, because Mr. Moldy Liquor will have something to say about it. And of course, because you have to destroy this, the molded hunter can fuck you up. So make sure you spin round and close that door straight away. Also close that door. A good rule of thumb is just to close most doors. This room, there's never any traps. At least mine traps anyway. You can of course have the fake boxes. There's 2 that can spawn on that table, and pick them up. Then you're going to head into this wonderful little place. I really don't like this trap. This trap is freaking horrible. It's basically the same trap as the one from the main game, where you do the pin when you're trying to get to Lucas, and that thing comes swinging down. That's what this trap is. You basically need to step 1 foot on the top step. The thing's going to come down. You want to back spin, quick turn, 180, which is down and circle. I think down and B on Xbox, and I have no idea about PC. But basically, you want to do that and then run straight back down the stairs so it doesn't hit you. We're going to come up here. Right now, I have the flamethrower. All of these are traps. This entire room is just one big trap. You do not want to be standing in that room when the trap goes off. So if you have the flamethrower, you can come in here. You can do what I just did there with a flamethrower. If you have a pistol or a machine gun or something, you can kind of stand in the hall. Before you climb up into the room, you can kind of stand there and you can peek. And you'll be able to see one of the boxes to the left, and you can just pop it from there. You're at a safe distance. Very nice and handy, and that's how you get that room done. Then we're going to come out here, where you just saw me look. There is normally a trap. Not a trap, sorry, a box. So keep that in mind. We're going to open this. You just heard Jack getting shot by another trap, which is guns on the wall. So we're going to run straight to the right, and then turn left, and then right here we're going to duck, because there's actually another gun that can shoot you. But we're ducked down so it doesn't shoot us. It's going to kill that enemy outside, so don't worry about that enemy. The trap's going to get rid of him. Then we're going to run straight into this room, hide behind this little table thing here. There's a box there. There's sometimes a box in the middle like there were for me. Then you're going to Run straight down this little thing here, straight into the grandma's bedroom. And check for any boxes. I think there's only one that can spawn in this room. But yeah, you're going to run straight into the grandma's bedroom. And I think I'm, again, just messing with item management right now. This video is actually already on the channel. This is when I actually beat it. I beat it in a live stream on my first attempt of the day, which is pretty cool. Okay, so right here, we're coming out. You can see the trap there to the left, the machine gun. We're going to run into this room. We're going to quick turn out and run straight back to where we came. Be careful, though, because, one, there's a trap. It's just to the side of the door. We don't want to destroy that trap because, as you saw, it killed one of the molded. So we're just going to avoid that trap. Both traps, the one on the left, the gun, and the trap on the right. Run through, quick turn, run back out, and then when we destroyed them, run back in. We're going to turn straight left because a box can spawn. In my case, it did, and it gave me a strong med, which is pretty nice. Then we're going to head on back down here. There's nothing to worry about right now for this little moment. We're going to run straight into this bathroom. And then to the right, at the back wall, near where the toilet is, I think, there's going to be another box, potentially. So we got shotgun ammo in this box. The shotgun is probably one of the better items in the game. One of the standard items, at least, the standard weapons. Of course, you do really want the Albert or the Magnum, of course, for Marguerite at the end. Okay, so we come out here. We're going to run left. We're going to run to the end of it. We're going to quick turn again. We're going to wait for Mr. Moldy Man to get a little bit closer. There's two of them, and we're going to blow that trap up. It's going to kill at least one of them. In this case, it killed both. But if it only kills one, just stand in this corner where I am, right to the side, and the other molded will kind of just fall off that little ledge. The ledge we're going to go down in a minute. The second molded will normally just fall down there, which is pretty handy. You can also, if you don't want to do it like that, maybe let's just say the second molded doesn't fall down and he chases you and you don't have any ammo to take care of him, or you just, you know, for whatever reason don't want to take care of him, you can just turn around and try and get the gun to kill him just outside that room. But I don't think it's necessary. I think just blowing that up and then standing in the corner will get the second molder to just fall down, and it'll be happy days. So right now I'm just contemplating on whether I should discard something for the shotgun ammo. I end up discarding something and getting the shotgun ammo because, as I said, the shotgun ammo is pretty good. I really like the shotgun. Then I'm going to come down here, and you have to kind of get like a weird angle. But then I realize, because there's two trip wires. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but there's two very thin wires coming up that stairway. So do not drop down there yourself, because you will blow up. If one of the molded falls down, which normally does happen, sometimes it can destroy one of the mines, which is nice because then you don't need a pistol or anything. But yeah, there's mines down there. So I came back for the pistol because I need to get rid of the mine. So I'm going to run to the end of this room where I was at before. And you just kind of, if you peek just through this little corner near the chair there, you'll see it. You can shoot it. You shoot that and you drop down. Happy days. Jobs are good, and we're going to continue. Then there's a box here. Because I got rid of the knife, I need to use the pistol. Not ideal, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Another box here on the left. Again, need to use the pistol because I got rid of the knife. This, I go in this room here. This is probably one of the harder parts of this mode, although it's really not that hard. You're going to come in, you're going to run straight behind this couch because there's another trap. But this trap's actually, like most of the gun traps in this mode, they're actually really helpful because as long as you know how to use them to your advantage, they are great to use. I got rid of an item there because I need the greenhouse key to, of course, go and get into the greenhouse to face Marguerite. You're going to come back out. Make sure you stick to the left wall so, you know, the gun doesn't start shooting you in the ass. The moment you try to go out the door, we're going to get this again where the doors lock and you need to get rid of all the enemies. We're going to have 3 enemies spawn. We're going to have 2 standard molded, and the worst kind, we're going to have the big fat molded. We do need to kill all 3 of these enemies. These are enemies you do need to kill. So we're going to run back, chill back here next to the trap, of course, so it can shoot at the enemies for us. I do get attacked here, which is not ideal, but you can survive at least 1 attack if you have full health. So make sure you always stay on full health. Of course, we're getting shot again by the gun, but what we need to do is we're going to run over to this corner. So he comes over this way, and then the gunner's going to start shooting him again. This was actually probably one of the worst runs I had of this area. This area is normally a lot easier. You can normally just sit at the back and do it fine. But I got a little bit unlucky. But it just shows that your run doesn't have to be perfect to complete this mode. You don't have to do it perfect. You can mess up and still get away with completing it. So we're going to grab that heal because, again, heals are very important. I'll come down here to have a look to see if there was a box. I've never actually seen a box near that area. One could possibly spawn, though I haven't seen it. If you just look to your left there, you'd see a trap on the floor. That's the save room in the main game. Do not hit that trap. If you stand on that trap, you will die. You'll hit the locked door and just die. It's just a troll by Capcom. Seems like they like doing a Dark Souls. So we're going to come here. We're going to walk down this hallway. We duck under the 2 tripwires. As you can see here, again, I completely mess up this section of the run, which, just to reiterate, you don't need to do this perfect. You can still complete this mode with messing up, because as you can see, I basically wasted 4 shotgun shells and I still ended up being able to beat the mode. So we're going to finish these 2 off. Probably the worst part of the run for me, and we still got through it though. Then we're going to continue down this little hallway, and you're going to see my worst enemy again return, which is the molded lickers. But before I do that, I end up running down here to, I think I check out this room, yeah, because in this room, you can get a really nice spawn. We got a nice spawn. We got a 4-star box. The problem I had right now was, normally what you want to do is, if you have a pistol or a machine gun, whatever, you would just want to shoot the big red flammable canister in front there. Make sure you stand back and shoot it. It blows up. The problem is it's another chain reaction room. You can see tripwires absolutely everywhere. And I didn't really want to waste my magnum, and the only other thing I had was a flamethrower. So I was thinking, how am I going to be able to get in this room without wasting a magnum bullet? So I look around, and then I realize up on the chandelier, you might be able to see it, there's actually another bomb up there. So I shoot that bomb, and I'm like, oh, sweet, that didn't cause a chain reaction. Then you can go in a little bit closer and shoot the other canister. Again, this is if you have the flamethrower. If you have the pistol, just shoot the canister straight away, you'll be safe. But if you do have the flamethrower, you can go in, shoot the one on the chandelier, and then continue and shoot the other one. We're going to run in, we grab our item, which in this case was the Albert, which is very fucking nice. An enemy's going to spawn. So if you look in this room and there's nothing good in this room, let's just say it's like a 1-star box, you probably don't need to go in there for that 1-star box, because every time you go in there, the enemy will spawn, and you might end up going in there, and then because it's a 1-star box, it's just a crappy item, and then you're going to waste ammo on getting rid of the molded. So if there's not a good item in there, it's probably best to just leave that room entirely. But again, definitely check it out just in case there's something good in there. If there's something good, use that tactic, go in there, get that bad boy. If there's nothing good in there, just leave that room altogether. There's no point in wasting ammo. Again, reiterate, on the left there, you see that mine, that gas trap. Do not step on that thing. That thing's a troll. Again, watch out for all these traps in this main hall. So now we're going to come up against the, like I said, the lickers, the molded lickers, the molded hunters. I get a nice little headshot there on that one with the Albert. Second one takes 2 shots. So you need to get rid of these little fuckers. You do need to get rid of those because they will harass the shit out of you. So we're going to turn around. We're going to open this bad boy. And here's another cheeky little trick by what I figured out, and a trick by Capcom. So you open this door and there's a wire. You can see the wire there faintly. There's a trip wire there. It is literally above the doorway, coming down onto the floor. I hated this, but there's actually a really... You can destroy it with a flamethrower. You can also destroy it right near the beginning of the game if you wanted. But the tactic I figured out, which is way better, is if you just guard and slowly... You can see it in the video, for slowly shimmy in, you can actually get past the trip wire without the activating it. So what you can do there is there's 2 things you can do. You can either, 1, shimmy in, get the enemies to spawn, and then when the enemies spawn, you can come back out. The enemies will walk towards the door and hit the trap. The trap will blow them up. Or you can do what I did in this run and just run, shimmy through, and then just run straight out the door. Just bolt, Usain Bolt that shit. You come out, you get to here, and then that's basically what you want to do, what you just saw right there. You want to run as fast as you can, and you want to flamethrower the 3 traps that are on the walls near the big molded, the fat molded. You want to blow them up. That will kill the molded. So that's a nice little thing you can do there. If you got the flamethrower, like I said, just run in, flamethrower the shit out of the entire thing to blow them all up and run past him. If you have the grenade launcher, you can of course shoot the grenade launcher at him. That's going to cause a chain reaction and blow up the stuff around him. If you don't have a flamethrower or a grenade launcher and you only have a pistol, you can stand a little bit further back, and when he spawns, he won't be able to hit you, and the other enemies won't spawn yet. So you can, from a bit further away, if you only have a pistol, like I said, you can pick him off and just shoot the traps, and that will kill him, and then sprint right through, because then the enemies are going to spawn. You're going to run straight through, forget about everything, just run straight up to the stairs and into the greenhouse. And now is the best part. We get to fight Marguerite. She's pretty hard, though I did beat her in my first attempt somehow of the day. I tried it about 3 hours the day before, and I just couldn't get there. I think before this, I got to Marguerite once, and then I died pretty much straight away. So this was my first proper time of facing Marguerite, so I didn't really know what to expect. So we're going to drop down. We're going to run to the left. You can see here there's a trap. So do not walk into that. That's the last thing you want to do, is die by a trap at this point. So you're going to have a trap there. We're going to come through this way. You're going to see a trap on the left, on the bottom left, and then another trap just above the doorway. I don't think these traps actually can go off, although I'm not 100% sure. I think they can only go off if you shoot them, although I'm not 100% sure again. So we're going to come in here. We're going to turn left. There's pretty much always a box in this room. Pretty much all the ways, because it's going to be a little bit more generous. It is random, but it's going to be a little bit more generous in this last area if you need ammo. So we're going to go up. If you beat the game, you know this area. Marguerite's going to pop out this window, give you an heart attack, and we're going to shoot her in the face a couple of times. I don't actually know if shooting her at that point causes damage or not. I'm not sure if she's invincible for that little brief moment there, but I shot her in the face a couple of times anyway, just because, to make sure. So we get upstairs. There's a whole load of traps upstairs, so be incredibly careful. You can see there to the left, there was a gas trap. Do not want to stand on that thing. That will fuck you up. That will fuck up your run. You do not want to step on that. So we're going to come around here. Again, this was my first time actually facing Marguerite proper, so I myself didn't know where to go. I nearly died right there because there's a trap coming up, like down a diagonal down there. I did not see that thing. I almost stepped into it. So keep that bad boy in mind. Do not go into there. So we're going to come into this main room. There's Marguerite. She's going to step into one of the traps, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there you go. So you don't want to shoot any of these traps. Keep all of the traps because Marguerite will walk into the traps, and that's going to increase the chances of survival tenfold. We're going to run through here, drop down. There's actually another trap there, a gun, which again is good for us because we can use that against Marguerite. So we're going to run up. We're going to use a bit of magnum ammo. She jumps down there. And I don't know if you heard it, but that was great for me because I could hear another trap down there, another gun trap shooting at her. So that was great for me. So a lot of this boss fight is just running around and trying to avoid her and getting her to walk into traps. So what I'm going to do now is I walk in here, I hear her jump on me. I was almost crying right now because I thought I was going to die. Luckily, she just grabbed me. I popped her in the noggin with a Maggie. We got good. I get up. And right now I'm contemplating, should I drop down? I do drop down, although I didn't know what to expect. I almost landed on another gas trap. You can see I'm running in. Hell of a lot more traps. Make sure you don't run into any of them. There's a trap here on the left, just on the doorway. There's one trap in the middle of that room there, and there's another trap at the back. So here's one trap. Again, don't stand anywhere. Do not hit that trap. And don't destroy it. Let her destroy it. We're going to duck under this trap. I'm running because I can hear her behind me, and I almost stepped onto another trap, which is right there at that door. So I walk through here, and then I hear the sound again of the gun. At this point, I have no idea where it's shooting me from. It's shooting her again, though, doing a nice amount of damage. Here she comes. I shoot that trap because she's always crawling, so she ain't going to activate it. So the moment she comes near it, I destroy the trap. So try and do that. Again, use the environment. That is probably the main thing. Use the environment throughout this entire run to your advantage. That is the difference between being killed a million times and beating this mode. That is the difference. So we come back in here. I keep hearing the trap, and I'm thinking, where the hell is this trap? I need to know where it is, because one, I don't want to get killed by it, and two, I need to use it to my advantage. I run into this room, and right now I'm so fucking boned because I have no ammo. I have nothing whatsoever. I have no ammo for any weapons, and I don't even have the knife because I threw it away. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just running around, getting it to activate traps and trying to figure out where the gun is. I just noticed the gun there. It's on the left. It's actually used all of the ammo because the guns actually do run out of ammo, the traps. So, of course, use that trap as much as you can to your advantage. Once it runs out of ammo, you don't need to worry about it shooting you or shooting her. We come through here. A couple of traps. She comes through. I think she just activated that trap, so maybe that trap does go off. I'm not sure. Maybe she just hit it. So I run upstairs. So like I said, right now I'm just running around like a headless chicken because I have no ammo. I see this trap. I remembered it from earlier. I'm like, I need to get her to stand on this trap. This is what I need to happen. Right now I walk up there and I get a nice view of Margaret's molded bumhole or whatever that was in my face. So again, I'm back up here and I'm just like, I need to use this trap. I need to do it. She activates the trap. I'm like, oh, nice. You don't have to worry about that warning, by the way. The headphone warning. That was because of the original video. I'll try and link it in the description. You can watch the original video with all my reactions as I'm playing. I shouted really fucking loud when I beat the mode. So that was what that warning was about. You don't have to worry about that, of course. But I'll let you hear that because, yep. Marguerite was defeated. You can see there, Ethan never dies. We completed it. Ethan survived this shit. We did it in 30 minutes and 35 seconds. The thing in the top right corner, as you can see popping up there, is because we were streaming when we beat this thing. So that's just what that is. But either way, we beat it. That's it. We beat Ethan Must Die. I hope this video might help out anyone that's trying to beat it, because I know it is an incredibly difficult mode to beat. But this video will hopefully make it a lot easier, because 90% of this mode's difficulty does come from knowing the layout, knowing what route to take, knowing where the traps are, knowing the tips like whether you're going to blow up from attacking a box, and all that kind of stuff is probably 90% of the difficulty of this mode. So I hope this video helps at least one of you legends beat the mode. But yeah, that's about it from me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped. I've been Unknown Legion TV. This has been Ethan Never Dies. And I'll catch you legends on the next video.